Greetings. Those of you online, in studio, whether that's now or later. Thank you for being here. Thanks to Annie for letting me sit in for her tonight. As I mentioned, I have a new glasses situation, so I'm kind of like this and like this, just to let you know that that's happening. I'm not really sure what I'm doing yet. Progressives? Yeah. Let's begin keeping it simple. Make yourself comfortable. If that means being seated, be seated. If it means lying down, lie down. If it means a blanket or your favorite socks, find those things. Tuck yourself in. And as you move into that ease, look for a place on your body that is rooted in the earth. Perhaps this is the back half, the back body, if you're reclined. If you're seated, it might be the hips, thighs, feet, ankles. Come to know that sense of allowing gravity to support you. And from that place of ease and support, we can look for a place in the body that is light, spacious, uplifted. If you're seated, that might be the bones of the rib cage, the dome of the skull, the region of the chest, sternum, shoulder blades. And if you're reclined, it could be something along the front body, what we sometimes call in yoga the east side of the body, the side that faces the sun. Let it feel light, airy. We start our meditations with this familiar type of instruction so that it becomes a welcome mat. Oil in the gate that helps the door open smoothly into our practice for today. I have a teacher who calls this first step toward a meditation practice dropping in. Let's drop into it. Let's drop in. And we'll be here for about 2.5 more minutes. If you're sitting for meditation this evening, feel the hands, feet, seat, and check in with the breath. Let it fill the belly honestly, completely. Perhaps it rises up toward the chest. And then let that chest relax and reestablish a little platform, foundation. Belly exhales last. Inhale belly to chest. Exhale chest to belly. And those of you who are reclined, the same breath pattern. Soft belly. Chest rises. Chest relaxes. Belly completes the exhale. Inhale belly to chest. Exhale chest to belly. This is the rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of your prana for today. So take 1 or 2 more breath cycles here in greeting to your prana, your breath. Greet that old friend. And then if you would like to, bring some movement into the body. You're also welcome to continue with the sit or stay comfortably reclined. If seated, you might like to stretch, lengthen the side bodies, roll the skin around the collarbones, lift the chin, and then resettle into the base of the seat. So YouTube makes me pick a title for these talks, and I called this one Keep It Simple. There's an acronym, KISS. And the first time I heard this, someone said it stood for Keep It Simple, and I thought a curse word came next. I thought it was Keep It Simple, something that starts with an S, and not a nice word. But the person said, no. It stands for Keep It Simple sweetheart. And that was an interesting moment, a revelation for me that my first instinct was to choose that critical word. And really, what the practice, what the acronym is encouraging, is to find a stance of kindness and to use language to make a choice about the word that resonates inside. So these choices are available to us as people. We are here in a community in the Pali and the Sanskrit called Sangha to share and to support each other as we look for that kind of awareness that is compassionate and to shift whatever the initial internal labeling word is towards something closer and closer to sweetheart. In this moment, whether we are meditating together right here, right now, or whether you're watching this later, there is a community of support called the Sangha. The whole universe has uncoiled itself into this, into you, into me. Think of the millions and billions of years of evolutionary change that brought you to be you, your breath. And when we bring it to share with others, whether it is in this moment or in the spirit of meditation, we participate in that great net of support. So thank you for being here. Thank you for making a choice. Every time we drop into a meditation, that's the choice we've made. And the meditation doesn't happen unless we make the choice. Every time it's a drop. Every time we go in. So with that in mind, for the next portion of our meditation tonight, I would like to continue keeping it simple. The practice is called Vipassana. It's akin to mindfulness. The word Vipassana means the practice of seeing clearly. And all these millions of evolutionary years have given us these physical bodies, the portal of the body, the five senses that we have. They are the doorway that we can enter as we start the next portion, which will last about 10 minutes, seated or reclined. And the way this particular practice goes is to find a focal point on the physical body. The great teacher Ram Dass suggests the tip of the nose and the breath that moves in and around the nostrils, or the belly, the abdomen, as the breath rises and falls. So choose one of those, air around the nostrils, maybe inside the nose, or the rise and fall of the belly. And let that become your anchor. That's the center of the unfolding universe. The uncoiled universe has led to the very tip of your nose, the very center of your navel. And we can stay anchored there by looking for sensation. So feel the air around the nose or the motion of the abdomen. You might feel it from the inside. You might feel it from the outside around the waistband of your pants, or around the lips if you're focused near the nose. The sensation of breathing. Keep it simple. Don't make this a spiritual thing. Stay with your body. Look for nothing that is not here. Look for nothing that is not here. The question arises, are my thoughts here? Yes, your thoughts are here. Allow them to exist. They are part of what is here. Allow them to exist and then move on. Return to the sensation of the breath around the nose, or the rise and fall of the abdomen, the belly. Vipassana is the practice of seeing clearly. And we do this by feeling what is here, staying with sensations in the body. And as thoughts present themselves, we notice that. It is the noticing. Noticing is the meditation. That is the meditation. The thoughts are not an interruption. They're not to be avoided. Don't get violent with your thoughts. Notice them and move on. It's a kind of thought hopping, as if you were hopping from stone to stone in a stream. Once, when the Dalai Lama was asked about the West and its propensity for busyness and stress, even illness, the Dalai Lama attributed this to being lost in thought. They're all lost in thought. It's not that we don't want to think. It's not that we will stop thoughts. The Vipassana, the seeing clearly, is noticing them. so that we are not lost. Awareness at the tip of the nose or the rise and fall of the belly. For those of you seated, to gently open the eyelids just a fraction of an inch, letting some light in can help refocus you. Deepening the breath can help you if you feel drowsy. And sounds in the room are here. The sound of my voice, the sound of the fan. If you're home, maybe dogs in the neighborhood, voices. Let all of those things support you. I'm going to be here about another minute. Practice of seeing clearly so that we are not lost in thoughts. Over the next moment or two, make a choice as to if you would like to stretch and resettle. It's not necessary for you to open your eyes, but I am holding up a tiny sheet of paper that has a hand-drawn little sunshine on it and the number 1. And this was a memento that I brought home with me from a 10-day meditation retreat that I attended recently. I was in the Sunshine group, group 1, and there were 6 groups, and each group at the end of the 10 days presented and led the others through movements and meditations. And I saved this sheet of paper. It was so meaningful to me. I thought I would have a tattoo made based on this drawing. This was the little piece of paper that I pulled out of the hat to tell me I was in group 1, the Sunshine group. At that time, I saw so clearly, so many ideas, so many concepts, so many things came together, so many patterns that made sense to me. I literally thought of putting a tattoo of this on my body. And now when I look at that, more so than remembering what it was that I was seeing, I remember that I did see. I remembered the sensation of seeing clearly. And that is what we are given in life. Glimpses into something larger, into the realm of pure potential. You might say this is our evolutionary reward. This is the bliss that potentially comes from slowing down, doing the practices, being in community, being in Sangha, sharing and supporting, offering the Dharma and receiving it. Without people to receive, without people to give, there's no one to receive, and without someone to receive, you can't give. All of these awarenesses, all of these revelations come to us through the body. Some of us, yes, do learn academically with the mind, but is the mind not part of the body? Some of us learn auditorily, some with tactile sensation. All of this aliveness, all of this sensation is how we experience this time, this place. So as we take our next meditation, I'd like to offer the opportunity to move with attention and close awareness through different parts of the body. Feeling, for example, the outer corners of your eyes, the softness there, the area between your eyebrows. And as you take your awareness inside the corners of your eyes, imagine the very beginning of a smile that blossoms, the very first blossoming of a crinkly smile. Imagine it there. Let your attention go then to your lips. Feel the curve of your mouth, inside the mouth. Notice the sensation of your tongue and the root of your tongue. Move to the neck and the shoulders. Feel the tips of the shoulders left and right. Feel this from the inside of your body. Notice the aliveness around the neck and shoulders. Any other sensations that are there? You might perceive this as tension or discomfort. Let's pause here. Let that sensation float in your awareness, not in an attempt to cover it up or to correct it, but to approach the tension. Move toward a sensation in the shoulders and neck. Offer a kind presence there and allow that tension to float in your awareness. It may untangle itself. Feel the hands. Feel your hands from the inside. Feel the region of your chest. You might imagine the curves of the ribs, the curves around your heart. Feel the spaciousness there. Imagine there's a space there that contains all that is here. It's that big. Look for sensation around the belly. This could be movement or vibration. It could be nothing. It could be a sense of numbness and not sensation. Note the breath. Take your awareness to the bones of the pelvis. Any sensations there? Notice a sense of aliveness. Let the feelings come and go. Not avoiding, not clinging. Move to the feet. They might feel so far away from you. Go inside the feet. Become sensitive in the feet, toes, soles of the feet. And then return to the hands, creases of the elbows, and the whole body. An open awareness and kind presence, so that the whole body is one unified field, a field of sensation. In all its evolutionary majesty. And in the face of that miracle, keep it simple. What's it like to feel and be alive right now? We'll stay here quietly for about another 4 minutes. And during that time, use your own awareness to scan, perhaps starting around the region of the head and traveling toward the feet and back up. Look for sensations systematically. And remember that noticing is the meditation. Observe, allow, and move on. Look for nothing that is not here. One minute. If and when you are ready to move from the meditation, you might tuck the chin, flutter the eyes open. You have the option of staying exactly where you are. And we'll take one more drop in during the time that we have this evening. For this last meditation, again, we'll keep it simple. If you'd like to return to the Vipassana technique, focusing on the tip of the nose or the belly, waiting for what is here without reaching, but also without avoiding, you can use that technique. If you'd like to use a body scan, maybe simplify it even further. Hands, feet, seat. Hands, feet, seat. Alex Levin, one of our beloved teachers here at Sun and Moon, uses the simplified scan: ground, sound, breath. Scan, feeling the ground. Listen for sound. Note the breath. And during this last meditation, which will be about 8 minutes, since we've been here for some time, your mind may be really working to think. Reassert your choice not to stop the thinking, but to notice it and watch it. And as we've been here for a little while, it may be that a pattern and a nature to the thoughts is something that you notice. So the seeing becomes clearer and more detailed, just as if you were looking at a map. First time, second time, third time, more detail emerges. You notice the roads, you notice the routes. And then stop there. Notice there's a pattern. This thought is repeating. Or there's a certain voice here. There's a certain nature or a certain tone to the thoughts. It's possible you would notice. And it's equally possible that you could choose love in the same way that you wrap a tense shoulder in kind awareness. Take the map of thoughts, fold it up, put it in a little envelope, kind awareness. And we have about 4 more minutes. Choosing sight, choosing awareness, choosing love. Let your chosen anchor keep you here. Gentle tug back. In the last moments, I'll share a poem by Derek Walcott. It's called Love After Love. time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each with a smile at the other's welcome, and say, "Sit here, eat." You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another, but who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit and feast on your life. Leaving the seat of meditation can be just as important as entering. So take your time. Again, if you're seated, it can be helpful to cast the gaze down. Let the eyes flutter open, taking in light. Noticing that everything comes to us simply when we open the eyes. If you're reclined, you might like to roll the head left and right. Or inhale and lift the arms. Stretch the body in any way that feels natural, that feels right. And I want to thank you again for contributing to the Sangha and allowing me to be here. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. May all beings be healthy. And may all beings, including ourselves, know peace. Namaste.